Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to make this quick video here to demonstrate what we've got set up here. We've got Philips Hue lights in every single room in the house. Everywhere I've put them. I really like these lights, and I'm trying to automate the house a little bit. So, you know, we got everything kind of hooked up, and the way we're controlling it is we're using Homekit, which is an Apple service. It's a home automation service offered by Apple. Really like it, especially because I have a lot of Apple devices, so I'd like to utilize them as best as possible. And you know, security-wise, it's proving to be one of the most secure services out there for home automation at the moment. So that's always nice. One thing we're definitely trying to do though is I always kind of had an issue with using the Philips Hue bulbs and basically taking and being able to control them from my phone remotely, but then also being able to control it from the switch. And to get around that, what I did was I actually swapped out our switches for Lutron remote, or they're called Lutron Connected Bulb Remotes. Actually, you know what? I got the package right here. If you, here's what it looks like. So that's it right there. It's a Lutron Connected Bulb Remote Control. The cool thing about these, remotes is they actually sell a wall plate bracket, and you can see the remote fits right into the wall plate bracket, and that enables me to do what I did here, which was put it in the wall. I know Philips has their own dimmer switch, but I didn't like the idea of sticking something on the outside of the plate or sticking it on top. It just looked really bad, it looked really ugly. It didn't look like it was meant to go in the home, and that's what I'm going for. I want to go for a look that anybody walks in the house, if they want to play with the lights for whatever reason, they don't think about how this is a smart home. It just functions like a normal home. So I'm going to demonstrate this here. This switch right here, this is actually the control. This is a switch for the fan, and if you actually, I'll show you. If you turn that on, you see the fan turns on. And now we got 4 options here on this switch, because these are actually dimmer switches, which is kind of cool. And they weren't expensive either. They were $20 for the switch, and I think the bracket was like $4. For $24 to get a switch that is capable of controlling connected bulbs like the Philips Hue and being able to dim, that's pretty cool. So you got your main off. If you press this, it'll turn the light off, and you can see it got a little darker. And then you got your main on, and that turns the light on, and then it dims, and then you can go up. So yeah, I mean, these work pretty good. I'm going to shut it off so you can see. Hit the button. And they kind of dim off. They don't kill the bulbs completely because there's still power to the Philips Hue bulbs. That's what I really like about this. They're always on. So even though I just turned the light switch off, I hit the off button on the light switch, the bulbs turned off, but there's still power to the bulbs, which is cool. So if I wanted to turn it on with my phone, I'd completely have the ability to do that. Where if it was on a regular switch like it was, I'd shut the bulb off, and then I wouldn't have the ability to remotely turn it back on without walking back over to the wall and flipping the switch on. So, this is kind of cool because you have, it's kind of like a three-way switch in a sense. And actually, in this room, believe it or not, there physically was a three-way switch. And it really wasn't hard to get that program. Basically, I got 2 of these remotes. I got one here, and then I got one over there on the other wall, and I'll show you that in a second. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this light on with that remote, and you're going to see that that's on. And then we're going to walk over here, and we got this other switch here. Now, this one is actually, I got 2 of them. I got them everywhere. But this one is for the living room. So if I actually press this, it turns it off. So you see, I can put switches basically anywhere I want. And the profile of these switches are so thin that I literally could, if I wanted to, I could stick a switch like over there if I wanted to. Total control over everything. And, here's right here. Here's another one. Now, there are a lot of these regular switches still around. I'm not entirely actually sure what this switch does. I'm pretty sure, because this is for the outside lights here, I'm pretty sure what this is, right? Is if you look outside here, I'm going to flip that smart switch right here. I'm going to turn this, and then you see the lights off, and then we're going to turn it back on, and the light's on. And, it's very, very quick. I know it's hard to get the same shot in one video or in one clip here, but it's very, very quick. I'm pretty sure that this is a switch to the outside if I wanted to hook up like a fan or something like that. I think they have the wires running outside, so pretty sure that's what that's for. Now, enabled to do this, just to let you guys know, I mean, I literally have bulbs everywhere. They're everywhere. It was not cheap. This is not cheap. I actually haven't even calculated to see how much they cost, but you know, the white bulbs, they're pretty cheap. You know, the standard bulbs that they don't change colors from Philips. Yeah, I think I got those for like $15 a piece. The colored bulbs, which are the ones in the main living area here, I wanted those to be color bulbs because in case we're watching TV or watching a movie or something, we can kind of set some scenes up and do different things, which was kind of the plan there. But and then as far as, you know, like in the office, I have colored bulbs in here. You know, they're in the lamp, it's in the ceiling, and same thing, we have the remotes right here. So you know, we basically have total control over the house remotely and via switch. So, you know, even if grandma wanted to come by and, you know, come down for vacation and she needs a place to stay, she doesn't have to worry about having a smartphone because she doesn't have a smartphone. So, you know, it would be easy for her to still operate the lights. And that's kind of what me and my wife talked about and what we wanted. So I feel we've really accomplished that. We've gotten lights everywhere, and I apologize for the mess. I literally just got done hooking these things up, and there's like switches everywhere. To kind of do this, just so you guys know, getting back to how to set this up, there's a great video online on how to control Philips Hue bulbs with the Lutron remotes. I highly recommend you go check that video out. If you have any kind of issues with it, I would you know, recommend maybe leaving a comment on that video that I'll put a link down to. And the guy's name is Jerome. He seems very knowledgeable about how to do this. It's the video I watched to figure out how to do it. And I found out a couple tricks myself to try to get it to work. It was a little tricky in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not bad. As far as how many bulbs we have here, I believe the exact count was 50 bulbs. The exact count was 50 bulbs. Now, Philips Hue on their hub, they say you can have 50 bulbs. Well, I've got 20 different remotes. So I've got 50 bulbs and 20 remotes. I made a decision to get a second hub for our house because the limit on the amount of bulbs you can have is 50. So they say. Now, I know you can go a little over that, but guys, I had 50 bulbs on one hub, and they were everywhere when I first started this project. Before I even started wiring things, I was just testing things. And I can tell you the lag was incredible. Like I could not imagine that it was going to be that bad. Putting that many bulbs on one hub was such a bad idea. Even though they'll say they can do it, don't do it. Don't even attempt to do it. 40 is like, for me, is like the max. I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's because of the hardware maybe. Inside the hub, I have the second generation hub, the one that is HomeKit compatible. You can see this is the second one. I just put it in here. And what I did is I basically split the house in half. On one side I have a hub, and then I have the bulbs. And then the other side I have a hub and then the bulb. So, you know, that's the hub right there. It controls the living room light, kitchen lights. It actually even does the outside lights too. But then it controls everything on that side of the house. And then on this side of the house, where the other bedrooms are and the garage and all the other lights, I have another hub. And that's actually located in the garage here. And you see there's the other Philips Hue hub. Now, to get the networking kind of working, I went with an Orbi router. It basically enables me to put a satellite router on the other side of the house. So my Wi-Fi is very, very strong now. I love that Orbi router. I actually got one where I work too, and it just works great. But so far, everything's been working really, really well. No lag. I love it. You know, you just come up, you can hit the switch, and you know, turn lights off, and you know, turn them on whenever you want, and it's great. So, you know, that's basically it. I think once I kind of get things cleaned up a little bit. I am gonna do another video. I got more products coming in. There's more things that I'm gonna be doing when it comes to HomeKit and home automation. This is one thing that I just had to share. I have not seen anybody really been doing this where they're putting the remotes inside the wall. You get that nice flush. I mean, if you look at that, it's flush, perfectly flush looking finish, you know, and you know, you got a smart house that doesn't look like a smart house. It's really kind of cool. The other cool thing about the remotes is because they're wireless remotes, you know, you don't have to have this physically wired in. So you can control any lights even if they're not on the same circuit. I got, you know, 5 lights in the kitchen. They're different colors right now because I was just playing with it. But the 4 lights there that are one color actually hooked to this circuit behind here. Now I capped them off. I you know, tied the wires together so they're always on. And then this controls, you know, the bulbs going on and off. But then that light over there is actually controlled by another switch over underneath the countertop there. And I'm gonna cap that off too pretty soon here, just so nobody can turn it off. But you know, I got this one remote that literally controls. I'm gonna hit it right now so I can show you. It controls all the lights, and those 2 sets of lights are on 2 different circuits. So that's really cool. Not only does it do that, I got the Phillips hue strip right here for the countertop lighting. I decided to get some countertop lighting because I really might, you know, when my wife's cooking or something like that, she really likes to have some good lighting. So I set that up for her. It was pretty cool. It wasn't hard. It was just stick on, you know, lighting, and it works with the Phillips Hue hub. But again, I've got that hooked onto the same switch. So if you actually hit the switch, I'll show you here. I can get that in the same scene. If you turn it off, you see it turns the countertop lightings off too. So, you know, that's just plugged into the wall right over there. I gotta button it up a little bit, but that's just plugged right into the wall, and that works, you know, amazing. So that's the really cool thing about this. Total flexibility. You basically set the house up to do anything you want, and you know, that's what I love about it. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I've got a lot of cool things I'm going to be doing with HomeKit as devices start to roll out this year. 2017 I think it's going to be a year for HomeKit. But you know, I feel like I finally got the lighting solution that I needed. If you guys have any questions about setting anything up like this, or if you're wondering how I did something, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to answer them. Until next time, thanks guys.